In this lesson, we cover parallel and perpendicular lines. What we're doing, first we are going to see if they gave us the equations of two lines. Are they parallel or are they perpendicular? They don't have to be always parallel. They don't have to be always perpendicular. So it could be none of them. But this lesson focuses on parallel and perpendicular lines. First of all, perpendicular lines, parallel lines have equal gradients. So if two lines are parallel, we know that they have the same gradients. But if they are perpendicular, when you times their gradients, you get minus 1. You get minus 1. Let's look at the first example that looks at this concept. Consider the four lines below and decide if any of them is parallel or perpendicular to the other lines. And whenever we are talking about lines, we mean straight lines. A is equal to y equal to 2x plus 4, y equal to 3x minus 6, y equal to 2x minus 11, and y equal to minus 1/3 x minus 5. So we have four equations here, and we want to see if any of them are parallel to any other one or perpendicular to any other one. If you look at A and C, remember the number next to x is your gradient. So that's 2 and that's 2 as well. So both have the same gradients. So the line given at A and C are parallel because they have the same gradient. Let's see what we can see about the line B and the line D. So the line B has this equation, y equal to 3x minus 6, and the line D has this equation, y equal to minus 1/3 x minus 5. The gradient of that is 3. The gradient of that is minus 1/3. If you times 3 and minus 1/3, you end up with minus 1. So when the gradients multiply to minus 1, then the two lines are perpendicular. So the line B and D are perpendicular. There is also a term when two numbers multiply to minus 1, we say that they are negative reciprocal of each other. Negative reciprocal of each other. So here 3 and minus 1/3 are negative reciprocal. You can see that if this 3 it actually means 3 over 1. So to get to this one, we got to flip it 3 over 1. 1 goes at the top and 3 in the denominator. And because this is positive, change the sign to negative. So that's what negative reciprocal mean. So flip make the whole number, if you had a whole number, put it over 1, flip it, and change the sign. If it was already a fraction, then just flip it and change the sign. Also, when they have given us a straight line, and they want a new line that is parallel or perpendicular to that, but also has a certain Y-intercept, we can work out its equation. We can find its equation. And these examples look at those cases. Find the equation of a line that's parallel to the line y equal to 5x minus 2 and has the y-intercept of 6. Sometimes they say y-intercept of 6, or sometimes they might say y-intercept of 0, 6. They are the same thing. All right, we are talking about parallel lines. So if our new equation is this, the line we are after is y equal to mx plus b. Remember, m is the gradient and b is the y-intercept. Because they are parallel, the gradient of this new line must be the same as the gradient of the given line. The gradient of the given line is 5, so m must be 5. And for b is the y-intercept of this line, which they are telling us it must be 6. So that is enough for us to find the value of m and b and complete the equation. So the equation is going to be y equal to m was 5 because it's parallel to this line, so 5x, and b is 6. They have told us that the intercept, y-intercept is 6. So then y equal to 5x plus 6. Find the equation of a line that's perpendicular to the line y equal to 6x plus 8 and has a y-intercept of minus 4. All right, we know that if two lines are perpendicular, the gradient is negative reciprocal. So the gradient of this is 6. So if the new line is again mxy equal to mx plus b, we need to find m and b. The gradient of this is 6. We are after a line which is perpendicular to that. So 6 means 6 over 1. Flip it, becomes 1 on 6. And change the sign to negative. So it becomes minus 1 on 6. So this m is minus 1 on 6. And b is again the gradient, which they say is minus 4. So then our equation is going to be y equal to minus 1 on 6x, because m was minus 1 on 6. And the b is minus 4, so minus 4. That is the answer. We can also find the equation of another line which is parallel or perpendicular to a given line. Parallel or perpendicular to a given line. Given line, if we've been given a point on the new line, not the y-intercept, another point on the new line. And we look at the examples that shows that. Example 4, find the equation of a straight line that's parallel to the line y equal to x minus 4 and goes through the point 2, 8. 2 is x and 8 is y. All right, so they want a new line from us which is parallel to this line and goes through this point. So again, we assume that that new line is y equal to mx plus b. Because this is parallel to this line, the gradient of this line is 1. Why? Because x means 1x, so there is a number 1 here. And that 1x, when you got 1x, that 1 is the gradient. So then the new line will have also 1 in front of x, which just becomes x. So then it's going to be y equal to x plus b. So y equal to x plus b, because the gradient of this is 1, which is the same as the gradient of that. Now we need to find b. How do we find b? We use this point that this line needs to go through it. This point must satisfy this equation. In other words, if you substitute 8 for y and 2 for x, b should be in a way that makes this equation correct. So But that's what we do. Then we replace y with 8. So that y becomes 8. So 8 then equals x here is 2, 2, then plus b, plus b. From here we work out the value of b, which is 6. Now our equation is complete. So y was equal to x plus b, and b is 6. So it becomes y equal to x plus 6. Next example, find the equation of a line that goes through this point and is perpendicular to the line y equal to minus 2x plus 5. Again, if we assume the new line is y equal to mx plus b, we need to find m and b. But then this line needs to be perpendicular to this. And we know that because they are perpendicular, the gradient of that, which is m, must be negative reciprocal of that. So this is minus 2. I can write it as minus 2 over 1. Then I can flip it to become 1 over minus 2 and change the sign to becomes 1 over 2. So then I find m. So the equation is y equal to half x plus b, 1 over 2x plus b. Now we need to find b. How do we do that? We use this point. So substitute 8 for y and 4 for x. So that becomes 8 equals to half times x, which is 4. So 8 is equal to half times 4 plus b, plus b. Now half times 4 is 2, so it becomes 8 equal to 2 plus b, and from here b must be equal to 6. Now we can complete our equation. This was our equation. Just replace b with 6. So y equal to 1 over 2x plus b. Thank you for